you are familiar with Coroot, obviously, and if you could share a little bit what your thoughts were about it and anything that stood out to you about using Coroot.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things about Coroot is that you just turn it on and you get sort of instant observability without doing any extra work. Which for me, for a lot of the things that I'm doing, especially as a developer advocate, I'm working with short-lived sort of ephemeral environments and demos and things like that. And so having an observability tool that I don't need to carefully craft and tune and plug into my application and into my system is extremely valuable, that I can kind of just go in, turn it on, and see everything. And then I'm also working with a lot of other observability tools. So observability for observability is a very tricky challenge, right? But with Coroot's eBPF capabilities, I'm able to really, without doing any extra work, again, see what's happening with an OpenTelemetry collector that I've deployed, and also see what's happening on the nodes, right? And so it kind of gives me a baseline that I can use to debug other observability tools that I might be trying out or building a demo around. Um, yeah, it's great that you can just kind of quickly get started and see all of that information. And then the eBPF tracing is just awesome because tracing is really, really hard. And so to be able to get tracing without any extra steps, that's just incredible.
Yeah, that's great. And it's a really interesting use case you described because I've seen that people sometimes, especially if they're using open source, will have really large stacks. They'll have like Elastic and Loki and Kibana, all these other things. So it's interesting that Coroot is good here where you can monitor everything else going on top of your actual data.
It uses ClickHouse as the storage engine, right? So I love that, and I have a lot of ClickHouse around me, so that's very convenient.
Yeah, perfect. When something like integrates into your ecosystem.